Guyu high-level half-saint Bansheng, the man who once nearly took the lives of Xiao Yan and Yao Lao, would eventually meet a tragic and unexpected end. And the most shocking part, the one who ended his life was not Xiao Yan, nor Yao Lao, but a young girl who had just turned 18. Guyu the Saint was the first top-tier trump card that the Hall of Souls deployed. With the cultivation of a high-level semi-sage, his strength at that time was enough to crush anyone of the same rank across the Central Plains. Placing him before Xiao Yan at that time was no different from an adult bullying a child. If his opponent had only been a low-level semi-sage, Xiao Yan and Shuna might have barely managed to hold their ground. But against a high-level semi-sage like Guyu, there was simply no chance of victory. Fortunately for them, Guyu carried a fatal flaw: arrogance. He clearly could have ended his opponent with a single strike, yet chose to toy with them for his own amusement. Instead of attacking Xiao Yan first, he turned his attention to Huan Yi's Golden Emperor Burning Sky Flame, mocking and provoking her instead. As a result, that high-level semi-sage, once so proud, was held off for quite some time by a girl who was only a peak 9 turned Do Venerate. When Xiao Yan finally condensed the 5-colored flame lotus, Guyu decided to engage him head-on, but that very moment became his death sentence. He had long heard of the terrifying power of this flame lotus, a technique that had once buried countless experts of the Hall of Souls. Yet he dismissed it, believing those who perished before were simply too weak, and today he wanted to test its true power for himself. The result? A move of pure recklessness. The 5-colored flame lotus erupted, shaking the void itself, and Guyu was gravely injured on the spot. Even while wounded, he still attempted to kill Xiao Yan, but Yao Lao and the elders of the Gu clan arrived just in time to save him. Xiao Yan narrowly escaped death, while Guyu, humiliated and furious, swore that he would wipe the Falling Star Pavilion from existence, no matter the cost. He traveled far and wide, rallying forces and forging alliances, gathering all those who had ever held grudges against Xiao Yan. Thus he created the Mingyi Alliance, joining hands with the Hall of Souls to launch the largest siege the Central Plains had ever witnessed. In that battle, Guyu and old demon Tianming joined forces to attack Yao Lao. Even though both were high-level semi-sages, Yao Lao still held the upper hand, fighting them both at once without faltering. If not for the human wave strategy and the injuries suffered by Xiao Yan's beloved companions, which distracted Yao Lao, Guyu would never have had the chance to land a sneak attack. But just when the situation grew most dire, Xiao Yan broke through to the Dosan realm. With a single strike upon emerging, he obliterated all 3 heavenly venerables and old demon Tianming. Guyu was so terrified that he just wanted to run straight home. But would Xiao Yan ever let the tiger return to the mountain? Of course not. He unleashed a powerful palm strike, aiming to finish Guyu once and for all. And if not for a Dosan from the Han clan appearing just in time, Guyu's life would have ended right there. After that battle, he was so frightened he didn't dare show his face again. But Xiao Yan, on the other hand, just 1 year later, he stormed straight into the Hall of Souls headquarters. It was an act of pure madness, something that throughout the entire history of the Hall of Souls, only Xiao Yan had ever dared to do, and he did it twice. Believing that the great Heavenly Venerable and the Deputy Hall Master were still guarding the place, Guyu the Saint tried to put on a brave face once more. Yet when he attempted to ambush Yao Lao again, he was horrified to discover that the old man had also broken through to the Dusan realm. The once mighty high-level semi-sage, now reduced to nothing but a coward, could only run for his life as Yao Lao chased him relentlessly, his soul nearly jumping out of his body. Just then the Deputy Hall Master of the Hall of Souls finally appeared. With the strength of a late 3-star Du Sant, he could have easily annihilated Xiao Yan's entire group. But before Guyu could even breathe a sigh of relief, Xian suddenly appeared, her aura far surpassing even that of the Deputy Hall Master himself. What shocked Guyu even more was that the Deputy Hall Master chose to admit defeat without a fight, leaving behind only a bitter remark before calmly departing, abandoning Guyu and the remaining Soul Hall members in utter despair. Just when Guyu thought he could escape, Xian, carrying the will of the Taikshu ancient dragon tribe, unleashed a single devastating punch. In an instant, Guyu's soul was shattered, erasing one of the Hall of Souls' most formidable experts from existence. Once he had been the man who nearly killed Xiao Yan and Yao Lao, but in the end, Guyu the Saint fell to the hands of an 18-year-old girl. A life of arrogance, believing himself invincible, and yet in the end, he was reduced to ashes beneath the flames of destiny. Don't forget to follow for the next episode. Xiao Yan versus the Great Heavenly Venerable, the battle that shook the entire Central Plains,